Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. I want to say thank you for the support, Sunset 11 and JCK CPA. Much appreciate for the coffee. Welcome to the new subscribers, guys. Hopefully, the reports are helping you out. I had a good conversations about yesterday's report with a fellow coworker. He's an astrologer. Very good morning conversations about all this things that goes on and how these energies are reacting and the correlations between the planets, the emotions, the gravity, and the things and the actions that happens on there. So it's good to kind of like confirm because it was but what is this? And that is those confirmations in there. Tie that up to the yesterday's energies. Today we are going to be able to see our actions from yesterday, what they were based out of it. That was based out of the shadow, that was based out of unhealed wounds, that was based out of whatever, right? But we're going to be seeing at this lack of communications about changes. I don't want to change. I don't see this. I don't like it. I don't want to grow. I want to stay small. I want to be taken care of. I want to be the way it is, right? We're talking about that age between 4 and 5 when that kind of like a emotional support goes out from the mother towards the child, and now the child find out he needs to be on his own, right? It is part of the growth. That is a disconnection between Cancers and Leo. That is a when you develop self, you beginning to create who you are. So as the moon yesterday went in through all this, she's gonna drive us nuts today in there because in the morning, as a 7 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant is gonna be with Mercury right about opposing in there. Pluto, we are going to see these energies. I don't want to talk about my past and revisions of my past and what I need to change into it. Some of the people maybe is going to be looking at this blockages of not getting the past in there, not going back into the past, kind of like I can't go back in there. It is about your evolutions from the past and your integrations in there. Hi, Robert. Glad to see you here. Seeing that those positions today, the intuition is going to be like what I'm having in my mind at 7 o'clock in the morning. And we're going to see it at 8 o'clock. That energies with the moon is going to comes in, it shines out in there. But the only aspect the moon will have, that was going to be with the dark moon, Lilith, net Scorpio. We'll talk about this absolutely energies that are coming between Leo and Scorpio. So here is the moon rising at the ascendant, which is the event horizon, right? So we have this square towards the dark moon Lilith, and here is the true Lilith, right? So here is we're seeing at this darkness that it's going to be, I'm looking at into this darkness. I'm looking at to these energies. I'm looking to these situations there. I want to avenge. I still want a revenge. I still want this in there. And guess what happens when you thinking about that? You're going to be attracting what energy? A lack of love. And we're going to see that lack of love because soon after, we're talking about 9 o'clock up here. I'm going to be showing you on the screen. Come on, cooperate. There we go. So we are seeing that this is the moon, and the moon begins to be squaring what? The midheaven, the inner work at Taurus. We're seeing that energies that's gonna go, and beginning later on, we are seeing it that the midheaven, the inner work with the love, it's beginning to squares the moon. And this is what happened. This is when you are attracting so much into these negative energies of avenging, revenging, or kind of like trying to make it at something. We're talking about the Scorpios energies in there. All of a sudden, we're seeing it the lack of love, right? Because you're focused in the negative, you're focused within the shadow, you're focused within the underworld. Oh, I'm going to be doing this and that, and so on and so on. And now you're learning process. For some of you, this learning process is going to be looking at within your own depth in there. Why you're acting like this? You're acting because now you're by yourself. Now you don't have this family support. Now you're looking what you're going to do in there, and now you're going to be seeking for what? Leo is seeking for attentions. Scorpio is seeking the intimacy, right? So you're seeing that those things when they don't work. So here is, I don't have a love in the material world, which is Venus, that is at Taurus. So therefore, it's not going to be love and money. And you're like, what? What kind of kink I am if I don't get a love and money, right? So that energy is going to be intense. We're talking about this, but at 10 o'clock, Mars is going to beginning to rise on the horizon. Currently, Mars energies are being suppressed a little bit from Uranus, kind of like don't act stupid, don't act crazy, come on, accept the changes, but you need to organize yourself in there. We're going to see all this because you're going to be learning to practices the energies of what they were learned in the past few days, because this Mars already moved out from this yacht between Saturn, Neptune conjunctions with Pluto. It's like, okay, hey, I give you the information, I give you everything you got, but you need to what? You need to learn to practice. You need to organize yourself, go there, fix within you, because the next step is Mars is going to be going where? Libra. So this is about preparations of your own self for the proper relationships. All right, talking about there. Hi, JJ. Thank you for the comments here. Mars is going to be rising on the horizon. We are going to be seeing it, those intense situations in there, and seeing it within us, in particularly those moments. They are going to be coming out more and more easy, because right now Mars, it is under that influences in there with that sextiles with Lilith, and sextile with the Sun and Jupiter is that positive energies of our shadow. Because looking at within our shadow in there, that is going to be when we're finding our weakest moments, our weakest spots, and there. So this gonna be having effects on us in there, and overall the triggers will coming in. Particularly, we're talking about 3 o'clock. Why is that? Midheaven is gonna be coming in, and it's gonna be joining Mercury. That's gonna be opposing Pluto. And we're seeing that this negative communications that's going to be start triggering everything, including from the past wounds, right? You are talking about these situations. Hi, Leo. Thank you for the saying hi here. Welcome here. So pay attention to your communications, how you communicate within yourself, what are you telling to yourself, because what you're telling to yourself is the truth, right? But if you operate from the lower self, what you're telling to the truth inside of you is not going to be the truth. And we're going to be seeing that movement as in the next hour, the moon actually is going to beginning to square the truth. So that's mean that you're not paying attention to that little voice, the true Lilith in there. Is like you're not seeing the truth. You're blindfolded. You're going against the truth. That is not things. What did you do? And so on. So this is going to beginning that path of moments when you screw up or you did something that it was not proper, it wasn't that great in there. You beginning to realize the truth of the damage that was done. The most damage that was done was who? It was you, because of lack of love. And every time whether the moon particularly squares Venus, we see in this more connecting into who? The mother's love, right? So Venus is at home in Taurus. She's in a very good energy. She's good with the North Node. And now the North Node is going to beginning to be that center of attentions, because Venus is going to point out, what about the future? You want to break these situations, your ego and so on. What do you think about the future? And most of the people, they're not awakened to be aware of about the consequences of their actions. And that's what Venus will do, right? And that's what Venus will do. But would you be able to hear the truth? And how the astrologers know this and based of the current configuration? So I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit of coaching here. So here is we have a Venus, right? She squares the moon. She says like, I don't like these emotions. I don't like the way it is. But here is what I want to tell you. So here is the North Node, right? But the North Node is on 150 degrees with the moon. And that is that divine energies that's going to comes in there, and they're going to be what? They're going to be talking to you, right? Would you able to hear that little voice when they do the wrong things in there, right? And this is where the moon is going to be, oh, I want to join this. I don't want to see this truth. I don't want to see, I just want to get this energies within myself, right? People with Moon and Leo, you guys know what I'm talking about. God bless your souls. Hopefully you're doing okay, but it is a part of growth, and that's how the growth comes in, particularly from as in a childhood. All right, interesting energies is going to be coming in at 9 o'clock when the sun is going to come down in there between 9 and 9:30ish. When the sun goes down, you're going to be seeing it, because right now the sun, Jupiter, they are squaring Saturn and Neptune. We are going to be going through this, like, I want to go forward, I want to do this, I want to get that, but Saturn says, like, are you ready? No, you're not. You're not ready for these new things. And I'm here to prepare you. I'm here to give you the visions, but you're still acting the old way. Enough. You cannot be act like the old way. You're trying to the walkway, it can't be. You're trying to go back into your old self. The door is closed of the old self because you already evolved. And some of you is gonna be like, okay, can go back, I can go into the future. What I need to do? Build the future by creating your actions within the present of now. And that's what you are gonna be focusing there. That's what this Mercury kind of like opposing Pluto. Pluto says like, go back into that positions of the present, okay? Stopping going in there. I'm giving you revisions, but you already evolve. Okay? Don't repeat the past, because when the past repeating itself, how do you feel? Oh, I haven't done anything. I just went around circles, right? Okay, 10 o'clock energies is going to be good, because we're going to be seeing some very good positions. The moon, it's going to beginning to square also Uranus. Some of the view is going to be like, oh my God, I went against the universe. Oh my God, what the heck did I did? I have no love. And because I don't love myself, I cannot love other people. Now what I need to do? Maturing. The maturing happens in the fifth house. The maturing happens in Leo. And that it is the sign of the sun, right? The sun is the ruler of Leo. Your I am, as Sigmund Freud said, my ego. Okay. So you looking at with those energies right now, the sun is where? At Cancer. So now with that energies of you be in the family, and there you're good, you're great, you're growing in the family, and the family environment is for that purpose, right? But you have to move out of there. And now since the moon and the sun, they are in their opposite signs in there, right? So the moon is in the sun's house and the sun is in the moon's house, right? It's kind of like a swapping houses. It's like, oh, I don't like this. And he definitely not gonna like it, but there is a lessons in there, and those lessons is about what? finding out the truth. So with that, this is the energy report for today, and I want to give you a heads up. It's about tomorrow morning. Tomorrow we are going to be seeing it as the moon is ending that Leo's energies. It's going to beginning with the part of Taurus, of Virgo. I'm sorry, and we're going to see this squaring from earth sign to earth sign, because that is at the end of Uranus and Venus are pretty much at the end of Taurus, and we're going to see I cannot organize my material possessions, my material meanings, put my love in there. What is this has to do with it? While Mars is going to be looking at for his divine positions. Mars is going to be remembered where he's at. This kind of like a Virgo organizations is going to start kicked in. So a very kind of like a great day in a way. It's coming towards us after all this, because you're trying to rise up, to organize up after understanding what you need to mature. But that is the correlations between Leo and Virgo, right? You build yourself and then you settle yourself within yourself. That is this Virgo's positive organizations, right? Everything. So you can have this. I'm good, I'm great. I may have some flaws, but I'm good and great with my flaws. I can be ready to evolve into the next stage, which is Libra. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Again, thank you guys for subscribing, clicking, liking, sharing, and much appreciated about your coffee. Be loved, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.